Oh yeah, we over it. We on that brink of greatness. So close I fucking taste it. Premature celebration. So let's get fucking wasted.
Hey, it's another Fat Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. Yes, y'all. We don't stop. Break until the dawn.
What's good, peoples? What's good?
What's up, baby bubba?
Not the baby bubba.
I'm on my hip hop. I'm on my old hip hop shit.
I hear. It's all right.
That's
greatness.
So listen, I'm excited. I'm glad y'all excited because, you know. We got the one.
Hey, what's the rub for though? What's the rub about?
That's that old hip hop. That's that old bring it back. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you're ready to rock, somebody say, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah."
All that.
Don't stop.
All that.
Listen, you got to be ready. You got to be rich. Because when he say, "Oh yeah," you got to be rich to throw it out there. But anyway, we got the infamous one and only DJ Cut Creator in the building with us tonight. Right.
All the DJ noises. I'll hit them all. Hit them all. Run them all off.
You got to do the gunshot.
That's the new school. They ain't do all that in the old school. They ain't
gonna say somebody gun sound like he's losing some air on the way out. Like that gun was weak as hell.
Back in the day, this guy, they used to have live turntables and live records on the stage. So all you hear is you hear the real like
you see them hands going to work.
Cut Creator. So if he messed up his name, he messed up his name on his own.
So I did that on purpose for real.
I did that on purpose. But we are more than ecstatic to have DJ Cut Creator in the building. We want to first and foremost welcome each and every one of you guys to the show tonight. To the Fat Girl Chronicles. It's another Fat Tuesday. And I mean, what is Fat Tuesday without the Fat Girl Chronicles? Nothing. Okay.
Not a thing.
Nothing. Okay.
Too bad we got to share this day with tacos.
It's okay.
And tequila.
It's okay. Tacos, tequila, and Fat Tuesday.
Hey.
Fat Girl Chronicles. You know, it all go together.
Yo, what's up, Donna? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Pam?
So we want to welcome y'all. We want to welcome you all to another episode of the Fat Girl Chronicles, where we get all up in your business. And as Trosh would like to say, the ladies only do that part. We only do that part where we get all up in your business.
Nosy like that.
When we get all up in your business and discuss the topics that affect us most each and every Fat Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all for tuning in with us on Facebook, YouTube, and on JQLM Radio. If you haven't done so already, make sure you download the JQLM Radio app. And make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you go on over to YouTube, type in the Fat Girl Chronicles, and hit that subscribe button. So that way you can check us out every time we go live. You'll get a notification. Again, I'm your girl, Leo Rochelle. And we got the squad in the building. We got your boy Trosh up there at the top. Y'all see his handle at Trosh. At Trosh. Make sure y'all go follow him on all social media platforms. We got Tony, aka Baby Guns, in the building. Make sure y'all go follow her at homebodieswellness.co.
I ain't mean flex again for real. I was saying don't flex no more.
Oh, my bad.
And she did it again.
Her flex look better than mine.
My bad.
And then we got the Mouth, aka Pop in the building. Make sure y'all follow him, the Mouth_moments on all social media platforms. Listen, I'm excited. You know, I grew up listening to hip hop. My uncle was a b-boy, all that good stuff. He was out here breakdancing and all those good things and exposed us to all of the good music and stuff. Crush Groove is literally one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. So when it comes back, like when it comes to that nostalgic and all that other kind of stuff, like that's the first movie that I go to. Now Breaking and all those other movies might be somebody else's favorite, but my favorite is Crush Groove. Okay.
Crush
So,
moving, body
moving. Listen,
Yeah.
Crush Grooving. That's my favorite
Y'all
one.
got
'cause
Pam
they had-
all in the comments
Right.
with the song and everything. Boy.
She's singing in the comments. You see you,
Because
man.
they had my girl Sheila E on there, and I used to have the biggest crush on Curtis Blow back in the day. So
Basketball was my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
So we gon', without further ado, can we get a drum roll, please? Like I wish we had all of the sound effects and stuff.
Cut.
Yes, there you go.
All that. You gotta get all that.
Cut, creator. Cut.
Listen.
That's the drum
Hey.
roll right there. That's the drum roll right there. Keep it going, Mal.
Hey, I remember
Keep it
being a
going,
young
Mal.
man going to them shows, hearing them cut it up. I mean, cut it up for real. Like, I'm in that joint. Everybody,
The face. So without further ado, we are going to bring the one, the only DJ Cut Creator on the scene with us.
Oh, for sure.
What's good?
What's poppin', my guy?
Hey, DJ
Yes,
Cut
sir.
Creator.
Salute in the building.
You're in the mix with the world famous DJ Creator.
He had it queued up.
Yes.
Cut the beat with your hand.
Y'all have
Listen, it is all right. We excited. We excited to have you here. Listen. Oh, let's see.
Man, it's so much to talk about.
Man, it is. It's so much. Like, I know where to begin, but like I don't want to start with the typical questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you begin DJ? So I mean, but I'm gonna start there. Like, what sparked it? What sparked your love for music first and foremost, and then how did you transition into becoming a DJ?
Well, I was born and raised in Queens, New York. Same area as Run DMC, of the LLs, the Tribe Called Quest, the Salt Pepper. Matter of fact, within a 3-mile radius, we have more hip hop legends in a 3-mile radius of my neighborhood than anywhere. Wow. So you're talking about the Russell Hype Williams, DMC, Quest, on and on. Born and raised in that era, my dad, the band leader for Wilson Pickett and Sam and Dave. If you don't know them, legends. He's also worked with the Isley Brothers. So I ended up becoming a trombone player. I learned trombone, but growing up, in that era, trombone wasn't sexy. It wasn't sexy like guitar. Or,
right, the bass.
It wasn't.
Back then it was the bass.
And then also when and then after that, really it started changing over because I'm a funk players, all that. I'm totally funk.
Yes.
From James Brown to Parliament Funkadelics, all those cats out of not Cincinnati, Dayton, Ohio, that whole Slave, Lakeside, all of them. So I was a big fan of that. But
real
eventually,
music.
That kind of faded out. Yeah. And then all that faded out and the hip hop game came in. And it was an interesting situation because I still wanted to be in music, but I didn't want to play no trombone. I didn't want to go take piano lessons, which I should have. But I said, well, I still play. And one of the most underrated DJs, and to me is one of the great on the route Mount Rushmore DJs is a guy Hollywood.
Mm.
And if y'all don't know Hollywood's probably 65, and right now he will outrock parties out of any DJs. So I watched him and his flow and how he. Oh yeah, he's still rocking. I'll send you a link. Hollywood's crazy. He's crazy. I mean, he's like good. That's where kick at this pretty much. And what I want to do, make people have a good time and dance and that's pretty much how I started. And that was in 1977. I first started.
Nice. Nice.
Man.
So you were saying about the transition, you know what I'm saying, from like what you was doing with playing a trombone or whatever, and then hip hop came in. Like, what made you finally be like, you know what, I'm gonna make the switch? Because I mean, like, was it like I want to still be relevant, or I still like doing music, so I'm gonna go ahead and adjust to the times?
Good question. It was more that trombone wasn't a sexy instrument. You saw it rarely. I mean, if it wasn't like a big band, like Ohio plays, you didn't see trombone. Daily saxophone. I ain't like that. And so I played all like the brass instruments, trombone, baritone, tuba. And what group you see with a tuba player besides some,
right,
New Orleans,
like a band, like a marching band.
So yeah, that marching band stuff, man. No. But I able to know with all instruments from all instruments. I played percussion, but it was all fading out. When we were going from the funk, to the disco, kind of into the hip hop. That's when others were saying, disco sucks. So that really took disco out kind of quickly, and that's when house came about. And hip hop came about. Disco really became house afterwards, and hip hop just started taking off on its own.
Okay, man.
Yeah, though.
So where are you that kid at the block parties just looking at like DJ Hollywood, like you said, where you get that from and figured out like, yo, this might be my next move. This might be my sexy instrument. You saw the girls rocking the Hollywood.
I mean, you hit it right on the. Yeah. There's a guy, and his name is Divine out of Queens, New York, and he had a group called Infinity Machine, and they had like 10,000 watt sound systems back in the day, amps and everything. And I used to watch him and Hollywood. Those two cats were like my idols. It's weird because there's a documentary. It's called Founding Fathers. It's a documentary on where hip hop really started. It's a big controversy. Everybody says it's the Bronx, but then people say, like Hollywood have been doing it since 1972, way before the Flashes and the Cool Hercs and all that. So it's a big controversy. It's on YouTube, and if you get a chance, it's about an hour and a half long. It's real deep, and it's entertained by Chuck D from Public Enemy, and good. Like if you just in your house, you ain't got some time, check it out. It's real interesting.
Noted. I'm watching that tonight.
Put it in the comments too.
Oh, yep.
It's called Founding Fathers. Yeah,
Founding Fathers.
Yeah.
So as you like began your career and all of that, like now, like when you take a look back and see that you are considered one of the founding pioneers of hip hop, do you see or can you see all of your work in the DJs that have come behind you? And those that came behind you, who are some of your favorites as far as like newer DJs?
I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to go ahead before that.
Okay.
Just a little bit before I really started getting into the DJ. I was doing it as a hobby, me and my brothers and my, little crew around the neighborhood. So I wasn't doing it to be where I am now. I didn't have no believe it or not, I was in the University of Syracuse. I actually was on a wrestling scholarship. I was a New York City champ, New York State runner-up in wrestling. You know, I've wrestled Olympic gold medalists. I was doing that thing. So Syracuse up there, I'll kid you not, I'm not embarrassed to tell you, I was trained. And it was good, but these cats, I don't want to say what I want to say, but you had these country boys who lived on farms with necks big as tree trunks, and you know me, I was only 188 pounds, and I'm like, I'm not wrestling these dudes. You know, they were rodeo cats, you know, seriously, these rodeo cats. And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't messing with them. So I got out and went back to City College in New York. And City College is okay, you know, it was okay, you know. Right. So make a long story short, the you know, I started DJing more and more. And that's when I met a young man by the name of James Todd Smith. He was about maybe 12, 13. Okay. And I was a couple years older. No, man, no. No, that came before I went, I'm sorry. But I was a few years older. So I think I'm 4 years older than him, 4 or 5 years older than him. Because I think he just turned 52, something like that. So I'm about 4 or 5 years. And so I was just DJing. And like I said, I looked up to was Hollywood, DJ Divine. I didn't know too much action, all those cats. Never seen Kool Herc play, never heard him play. Never heard Bambaataa play. There's a lot of cats I just never heard. We were in our community, Queens. You know, you had Brooklyn, Queens, you had Manhattan, you had the Bronx. So you had everybody was, you know, had their thing out. I think Flash and them guys got popular with a lot of the tapes. You know, with the tapes, they used to make the tapes, and the tapes, you know, went around the city. But for the most part, DJ Divine and DJ Hollywood were my guys I looked up to. Annie.
Look at Pam, always on it. Todd is 53. She got the facts all in the comments.
It's like she has the fastest fingers I've ever seen.
So that means I'm 5 years older.
Okay. So
I'm 5 years older than.
Yeah. Okay, 5 years older than.
So you met him, and I guess what you heard him spit or whatever, and you was like, all right, this kid got something. Like, let me work with him and see what we can come up with.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, did you feel like when you met him?
You know. Yeah, the first time he's still the same dude. He's a hyperactive, like like his mom truck. When he first came out, I'm like, calm down, just relax. And one time we started, I let him get on the mic. He wanted to get, and everybody was like, yo, this kid is crazy. It's like he's dope. And since then, he would ask his mom, can he go hang with me? And his mom said, you know, he was only a child. So, you know, I took care of him. I took care of him in crazy ways. You know, I had to go up to schools because they were, you know, like crazy stuff. He'll tell you this, it's in this book and everything. I used to come, I had a Grand Prix, a 78 Grand Prix. Used to have to pick him up because he done pissed somebody off. So I had my little, we just, you know, went up there and got him.
They ain't know you was good. You was good with your skills because you was like, let me take wrestling and fighting because I play the trombone, so I got to be able to protect myself.
Hey, back when it was called signifying, and people want to signify on the trombone and shit. Hey, get your slaying ass.
But no, but believe it or not, my crew we didn't drink, we didn't smoke. All we did was work. My best guy, Mookie, I actually brought him in to becoming security for LL, and he was security for Albie Shore, Jodeci, Casey and JoJo. Then I had another friend of mine. We call him Shorty Black. He actually became the head of Mike Tyson's security. So it was good at what they did. Their skills. Said, we boxed and, everything like that. And like, Yeah,
I was just saying you had to be good at your security with
but
your security for Mike, because Mike could take care of himself,
Well, I'll tell you like this. The dude that was in charge of Mike Tyson's security, Shorty, let's put it this way. There was an incident at a basketball game where I ain't gonna go into details, where the referee got killed, and it was just one punch thrown.
Damn.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Referee actually died. So everybody was gifted.
Yeah, Shawty was mean with it. I
Not to say we were gangsters.
That statement. I said the awkward silence
Not
after
to say
that
that we were
gangsters. But you heard the but, not to say that we were gangsters, but
we was doing gangster shit.
No, we weren't gangsters. Nah, but we would go to movies. Man. We would do like,
you out.
For real. That's what that was. Mama said, knock your ass out. For real.
Make a long story short. In that story down, because I finding that story down. I went back to City College and started working, and LL went and did his thing. And he was about 15. He got the record deal. Jam. Came home. I'm like, yo, man, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I took the police correction officer's test, and like, man, do I really want to be a cop in New York or a correction officer? And he was like, yo, man, I got a deal. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. And he got the deal. The record came. I said, I want you to be my road manager. And I'm like, cool, I'll be a road manager, But this is what happened. A lot of people do not know. And I'm gonna freak y'all out right now. I'm not the original cut creator.
Oh, wow.
What you say, man?
I'm not the original cut creator. In 1980. No. That's the truth. In 1984. There was a guy by the name of Philip who had the name of Cut Creator. Cut Creator Philly Phil. That happened. My DJ name back in the day was Cool J. My first name is Jay. And everybody used to call me Cool J. So when LL started the LL Cool J and I was with him, they thought it was D type of. But the guy, Philip, did one show with us. He did one show. LL, he did it, the record I Need to Beat, and I did the other routines that we used to do. But Philip saw the crowd, and he just really, he was like a good basement guy, but he wasn't a good show, like in front of 1,000, 2,000 people.
Right. You had to be a show DJ back in y'all day.
To make a long he faded out. I took the name Cut Creator and kept going with it. And it's been 30-something years now.
Wow.
It's 40 years.
One of the things I was reading as I was kind of doing my research on it, was that they didn't believe LL initially when he got the deal. Like a lot of people didn't believe him when he said he had the deal. So is that true?
Yeah,
that
me as
nobody
one.
really believed him.
Yeah, me. I was one of them. Pretty much. They're probably just talking about me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he I didn't believe him. He brought the record on a bus like this. I got a record. He was carrying his 12 inches around. I'm like, okay. And it really blew up. I don't know where it came from, but it when I said it, the plane took off, it took off quick, like on a short runway. It was like, shoot, and then everything just started happening.
Shout out to Russell Simmons and who was that? Did Russell Simmons and
Rick Rubin. Yeah, see, ask me how I know that.
Yeah, Rick Rubin.
Crush Groove.
Actually, it looked like Crush Groove. It wasn't that. It really wasn't that way it happened. Some of the stories were true, but that's not how LL happened, you know.
Oh no, I'm
LL
sure.
Story didn't happen that way.
I'm sure. I just know some of the
like
information. Yeah, like some of the stuff is. I really had been reading up on you like prior to the interview, and then like I've heard your name so many times before, like even when I was younger, and I was like, oh okay, you know, because my uncle and my uncles were big fans of music, and I have older cousins and my brothers, they were big fans of music, so I would hear, you know, all of the different music, and I was like, oh okay. And I don't know, like it was at one point where I started getting into hip-hop later down the line. Oh, the screen froze.
That's what we see. Yeah. That's kind of what we looked like back then.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. I posted that picture on Facebook.
So that's what we kind of look like. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yep. Yeah, that's the picture I posted on Facebook, asking people if they knew who you were or like who was. I pretty much posed the question like, let me see who all knows who the person is in the front of this picture, and there was a lot of people who responded and knew who you were.
Was running it off.
Yeah,
running it off.
I was like, okay. No, go ahead.
So for me,
I mean, everything started taking off, but what really put everything in fifth gear was the movie Crush Groove.
Yeah.
And there was like to see yourself on a big screen, maybe for 2 minutes, was like we were sitting there like that was the biggest. Believe it or not, there was a questionnaire, and that was the biggest part of the movie that people liked most.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, whoa. So next thing you know, we was getting maybe $1,000 a night, $5,000 to $10,000 a night.
Wow.
I mean, I remember the night my son was born. My son was born. The day my son was born, we came from Europe. Well, no, we did 4 shows that day. The day my son was born, we did 4 shows. Wow. My son was born actually around 11 o'clock in the afternoon. So our last show was at 4 o'clock in the morning at the place called the Disco Fever, famous place that Crush Groove was filmed at, you know.
Yeah.
So rolling. We did probably like 4, 2, and then Europe was in 3 days. And the demand was.
Wow.
This is dope.
So when they started filming Crush Groove, they were like, "Yeah, we know y'all not actors or whatever, but let's just go out there. Y'all go out there and just be yourself, you know what I'm saying, and do that, and we're gonna see what we come up with on the back end. No casting or nothing, just everybody."
I'm gonna tell you something funny. I'm gonna tell you something about Crush Groove. If you ever seen the whole movie and seen a lot of the scenes, like the last scene, the finale scene, you saw LL Love. If you saw the scene when Run was like this on that stage, you see L. Russell and them, right? I was supposed to be in all them scenes, but I was getting paper. I mean, like they were paying me I didn't know nothing about acting, movies, or nothing. I was on Jamaica Avenue buying sneakers and stuff. I was like, I took it serious. I took it serious, but I didn't take it serious. I didn't know it was like that. Or I'd have been in every and I'd have been in every scene.
So y'all back then,
but
who was the manager back then, like Fat Joe now saying, yesterday's prices is not today's prices. So that show money went up, huh?
Hey, yeah, well, you know, you imagine 2021 and having glad bags of money coming home.
Man.
I mean, literally glad bags of money, like stacked, like in glad bags. You know, you stash them all kind of ways, and how we were doing it there.
Wow.
And, you know,
Pam said, "Don't forget Baps." She saw you in that. She saw you in that airport on Baps.
Oh yeah. But that was way later after. That was in the 90s. That was cool. Yes. That was fun. You know, I was a big fan of Holly Berry. And
who was
right?
She just she just passed away.
Yeah.
You know, that was crazy. You know, that was a great experience. And that was a good movie. Good, because I was watching they act, and that was cool. Because it took us maybe a day to film that little scene in LAX. That was great.
It was dope.
That sounds like a good experience, especially with you know, being in the airport recording a movie. I definitely want to experience that at some point.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
Yeah. So, that scene really was like, because you had to let the people. This is prior to 9/11, so it was just a different, way of doing things. And we were actually in the airport. Matter of fact, here's a picture. This is a picture of I don't know if you can see that. That was on the set. Let me see if I can see. Me and Holly.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. There you go. He gonna drop something.
Right.
Hey, I don't know. You know, I was chilling with Holly. You know what I'm saying? Little something.
The funny part is, I should have took more pictures of my career than, I'm a novice photographer now. Took more in my career.
Oh, I can imagine the fresh tours, the radio tour. Oh man, y'all did so many tours back in the day, and the tours back then would be like 8 or 9 of y'all on the group, and all the groups was hot. So I can imagine it was camaraderie, but the competition to have the best show that night,
right?
That was crazy, right?
Yeah. That'll be, man.
Well,
that's why I said I was born in the wrong era.
Well, I was. I'm just refilling my Coca-Cola.
That's okay.
How it really was.
with a touch of
a little lemon juice.
Right.
But anyway, what it was we competed each night against each other. Like, prime example, Houdini will kill us in Memphis, but we would kill them in Philly. Ron would kill us out in Florida. We're going to get you back in Texas. You know what I mean? So those were the things we did. Kurt might kill us in D.C. Curtis Blowout, that is. The Fat Boys might kill all of us in Norfolk, Virginia. So that's how we all try to learn and better our shows from each other. And the whole thing, it really worked. I think we toured the first Raising Hell tour that we did. We might have toured 9 months straight, 5 days a week for 9 months straight, and then took them went to Europe. So it was crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
that's
tours.
9 months straight, 5 days a week.
you definitely
You
don't
talk
get
about-
tours
Yeah.
that long no more.
Right.
You won't get
4
them.
to
They
5
ain't
days
that
a week,
long no
yeah.
more.
But you know what? I want to something like this. We were family too. We're one big family. We had to not patients and stuff like that, just like brothers and sisters and family do. For the most part, you wouldn't believe what we did on our off times or after show. We would get cases of Old English and beer and run out of the gym and play basketball at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Nice.
That's what we did. Like 86 and 87, that's what we did. You know, other people would ride on our bus, we would ride on theirs. It was fun. It was family.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's super dope.
But I'm gonna tell you a funny story, quick, fast, changing it just a little bit. 1987, the funniest thing you would ever drinking beer or drink gym is Flavor Flav playing basketball.
I can imagine.
That is hilarious.
Oh,
So I can
goodness.
play basketball, huh? Dude, you would sit there and laugh. You would almost go to the bathroom on yourself. And he would call me Potts. Yo, Potts, pass the ball. And I just fall out laughing because he's got a clock playing.
Wait, he was playing with the clock on. Wait, come on, man, stop this. No, with the clock on the court.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta put the clock down.
Oh, that's awesome.
Flav used to swim with the clock on.
Hey, that he
Yeah,
was the
that's how
original
family
Dame
was,
time.
man. We just having a
He
good
was
time.
Dame time before Dame time.
Right.
Mhm.
No.
Flav is one of my good friends in the business. And a lot of people don't know Flavor plays like 8 instruments.
Yo, he's very talented.
He's very talented.
Yeah.
You see good talented cat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
Got a lot of great
we got
questions.
some questions in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Let me go
Missed a whole
back a
bunch
little
of them.
bit. That's
All right,
okay.
let's go. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Let's
'Cause they
go.
want
Here
to
we go.
know.
Pam said you are the GOAT of DJs. You mix it for real. So what are your thoughts on all the auto-tune and people claiming they are a DJ when they know how to operate an app?
That's a
got
great. First of all, I don't consider myself the GOAT. I consider Jam Master Jay the GOAT of DJing. Jam Master Jay is one of those cats that he didn't do anything good, but his performance and everything was great. He did everything good that made him great. He was like, what's that that track event when you do 10 events, but you know you don't have to win them all.
Right.
Decathlon, I think. I don't
Decathlon.
know what it was.
Yeah.
But that's how Jam Master Jay was. Yeah, that's how Jam Master Jay was. He did everything good. He's the one who I follow my pattern from. So I consider him to go. Now, the second part of your question, my thoughts about auto-tune and all that. I guess I don't have a started learning craft because it is a craft. But technology has made it so easy for people to DJ. You know, I've seen people go DJ and make more money than me and all they have is a laptop. I've seen people have pre-mixed CDs that somebody else mix. Them DJs get in, play it, and play it. Like, wow, I can't really knock the hustle, but if you're going to DJ, learn the craft and learn the music, perfect your music. I think the music is the key, and that's when you'll see a bad DJ and a good DJ. The separation knows the music, because that doesn't come overnight.
Right.
So, I don't want to get too far off the subject or whatever, because it's basically touching on the same thing that we touching on, right? So, a couple months ago, a little clip came out of T-Pain, and he was like, he was on the plane with Usher, and Usher told him that he fucked up music for like real R&B singers because he was using auto-tune and shit like that. Like, so do you think it's the cheat code of it, that the easiness of it, that makes it like not legit? I mean, but T-Pain can still like sing though, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just using that as his tool at the time. Like, do you agree with the Usher?
I'll be honest, I think T-Pain got a bad rap on that. At first, I was 100%. But when you really look at it, it was a style that he created. I don't think he was trying to sing. You know what I mean? I don't think he was trying to sing. I just thought he was using that as a novelty. So I think he got a bad rap with that, because singers going to sing regardless. I don't know what Usher, he's Michael Jackson mode, you know. Then some of my favorite singers that, believe it or not, they're not big names, but they can out-sing all of them across the board, which is like Ledisi, Marsha Ambrosia, Phil Perry, Anthony Hamilton.
Yes.
You know, those are the people I like personally.
Right.
You know,
listen, Ledisi can sing some people under the table.
Say what you Ledisi and Marsha, like this. Think about it. Them two girls can sing. And those are the people, you know, I think a lot of people sleep on. I'm going to tell you another person that they sleep on. Raphael Sadiq.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Totally slept on.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people out there.
Everybody forget Raphael Sadiq. Raphael Sadiq wrote a lot of those songs. Kissing You, Total, Sky Solange. He wrote all that stuff. So same thing with D'Angelo. So there's enough to go around for everybody. He messed it up. T-Pain did not mess it up for R&B.
I don't think so either.
No,
I think he was just that Roger Troutman of the era.
He was R&B.
Like, I think it's always one great in the era that does that auto. Like Roger Troutman. You know what I'm saying? Roger Troutman was in one of his era.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but that wasn't the same. If you really listen to Roger and the vocal, the vocal cord and all that.
Yeah, the vocal.
It wasn't the same. Couldn't even. Well, yeah, it's not nowhere near the same.
Yeah,
absolutely not. It sounded real cartoonish when they was doing it at first, but they like tweaked it and perfected it to make it sound better. You know, I like it better now than I did at first, because it was real like a little toy back then, basically, because they didn't know what they was really had their hands on. They know what they had their hands on back then. Like, if they would have like got in depth with that, it would have been a whole nother era way sooner, for real.
I think so too.
I think it's just too many people jump on bandwagons instead of being original now.
Yep.
I think Marcus had a question.
You know, you're absolutely right about that, because it's prime example. People are trendy. That's the reason why. I'll be honest with you. If you really want my opinion, these executives messed up the music business. when your A&R person, let's call a spade, and I don't care. I always say it. You know, how can you have an A&R person that don't know music, but all they doing is following? They'll say, well, T-Pain is doing this, so you and then the next person, and it just fades out. Having an A&R person who knows, who record company knows how to sell music, those are the things what happened in music. Be honest with you, everybody wants to follow each other because that was a formula. But that's what happens when you hire A&R people who are used to carry bags, or used to be a dancer, or used to be this, but don't know real music.
And that's what started happening in the mid to late 90s with the music. Like with rap, a lot of people, I know a lot of groups trying to get signed. Everybody was like, oh, you need to sound like Naughty by Nature. You hear they sound? You need to sound like this. Nah.
And that's what I was like. That's what it be. It'd be people going out here trying to like duplicate a mode instead of finding a new mode. Like T-Pain was his own mode, and now they going out there trying to find another dude that's exactly like T-Pain. No, go find the next dude that's doing the new shit.
I think that's part of the problem overall, is that some
is?
people don't even know what they want to do in order to say that they want to do music. They get out here and copy somebody else's style, but that's why they don't have longevity in music, because they're not doing something authentic to themselves when they're doing it. They're doing it based on what seems trendy. And T-Pain decided to take that leap of faith and believe in what's something that he found. I actually watched the documentary where that clip came from, and it's called This Is Pop. It's on Netflix. And he was just saying he found this sound. He loved it. He did everything to find it. He did everything to learn it. He did everything to be able to make it his own. That's what a lot of artists don't do. Like you said, they want to sound like what somebody else is already doing. Then how are you going to stand out and make me want to listen to your music over their music? And you're not even making your own mark. You're not making your own mark. And then therefore you end up with being an overnight success, and nobody knows you after your first single drops. So I think that's part of the problem with music.
Well, Leo, I just got to correct you on something.
Okay.
Leo, I got to correct you on something. And most of what you said was right. But what it is, it's not art, really. It's these record executives. Because I remember I had some tracks, and I heard I forgot what company it was, but I tracks, I just come in as a producer, and man, these are hot, but it don't sound like Eddie F. I never forget that. The dude told me, the A&R said, yeah, but it doesn't sound like Eddie F's track. And it ain't supposed to sound like that. And that was a strike with Garage. He said it was hot. Yeah. Everybody said they was hot. They won, and that's I'm telling you, me. That's what we're gonna have A&R people and promotions people who don't want to work and put that footwork in. They just want to piggyback off of everything. That's what ruined it.
And I believe that.
It's just like 10 people when wearing the same uniform. Like, oh, they all got on black jackets, all black pants, all black socks, but this black shoes. But this one motherfucker at the end got on some blue shoes. He the one you gonna pay attention to the most. He the different nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we want somebody that's gonna stand out. Period.
That'll be me with the blue shoes.
Another comparison is this. Check this out. Go to a lounge right now. What is a lounge?
A lounge?
Like a lounge, a lounge club. What is everybody Everybody doing the same thing they're doing.
Sitting at the table, getting champagne,
they're smoking
and
hookahs or cigars.
Right.
Am I
right?
Yep.
They're smoking hookahs and cigars.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like lounge, But a lot of people don't even know. That's a tar you put in your body. That might be worse than cigarettes.
But it's still tar.
I don't know. I don't do it. But I'm just saying that's the new trendy stuff. And people follow trends.
Yep.
Yep.
That's true.
It do taste good though.
See?
No, I smoke cigars. I've been smoking cigars for a minute though, but like I don't know. I feel like I like the flavor of this hookah a little better or whatever, But I guess that's why they start blending the cigars with the flavors and stuff like that to make it taste better and more appealing to more people.
Yep.
Dude, it's just, to me, I see people, old people why y'all starting to do this now?
Oh my God. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. It's just very trendy.
Right.
Yeah. It is.
I don't know. It is, but at the same time, like if nobody introduced that to you before, you know what I'm saying, and you learning it now, then just let me learn now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that kind of thing. Like I didn't know I liked this because I never even knew what the fuck it was. You see what I'm saying? Like
I didn't know what I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is, but also
I understand your point. Don't get me wrong.
Let's see. Marcus.
I thought you were saying something.
I don't know.
No.
Marcus.
I have a delay. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Marcus had a question. He said, "Who or what do you think was the greatest contribution to hip hop?"
That's a strong question. Shit.
They Run DMC because they crossed over and appealed to the Midwest, all those places that we originally, before Run DMC, we didn't reach. So I see Run DMC has contributed because they doing Live Aid and all that stuff. They reached some masses that we didn't reach. So I say Run DMC.
Oh, cool.
And that was during the Profile days, right before Def Jam. Or is Profile a subsidiary of Def Jam, or are they all together? Because I remember it was Profile first.
No. Yeah, running the Profile to the end. That was an ND.
Okay.
That's why I thought they were I think they greatest. They helped us so much. People don't even give them the respect that they really deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Run DMC did more shows and played more different places than we can even imagine.
Can you? That was when I first really fell in love with hip hop, when I heard doom 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 doom. It's like that, and that's the way it is. That's when I first fell in love with hip hop. I heard that once in the summertime, and I was like, "Yo, that beat is so simple but crazy."
A lot of their music.
I just want to.
Go ahead, Cut.
I just want to say that Run DMC had people calling them sellouts. There's certain rappers, I'm not gonna mention their name, used to talk shit about them. They used to disrespect them. But the thing is, if it wasn't for Run DMC, we'd still be existing right now. And I'm gonna tell you another person that call him a sellout and stuff. Me and Hammer were good friends, and his brother Stanley and Louis Burrell. We were all tight, you know. And the thing with hip hop is, when you have a narrow mind and you just think one way, you're going to go that one way. Sometimes there's detours and you need to get around that and go different ways to get to where you need to go. And that's where Hammers, Run DMCs, I could go to Young MC, I could Quiet as Kept, you can go Vanilla Ice, hate them, love them, or hate them. Cats started branching off. But these other people who narrow-minded was looking one way, they still stuck in traffic. 30 years still traffic. You know, we could have went around and do different things and be creative with your move. So I'm not mad at none of those cats. I'm so glad, because those type of cats who went dead help the way it's growing. And the talk shit, most of them are still in their same area. And you know what about if they ever heard this interview? You know, they mad at the world.
Right. Man, because like you said, Hammer, people don't understand. Like, Hammer put another fire up under the flame when he came out with his different style. He put another fire. He put another fire to the flame. He made people party.
I had the MC Hammer doll when it came out. With the pants and everything. And that's when I was younger, but it's just like, I loved MC Hammer's overall style of the way that he performed and introduced his music. There was a story. Like, you could tell the way that the story went, or the way he built you up to enjoy his music. Like, it wasn't just like, all right, here go another song. Nah, like, I legit just found a tape of the Addams Family Values where MC Hammer did that. Like, don't judge me, Tony, because I still keep a VHS in the stash. You gotta remember where you came from. But like, just watching those or thinking about those videos when they came out in that day and time, it was like, it was a movie. It wasn't just a video, or it wasn't just a song. Too Legit to Quit. Like, he had more star-studded cameos and appearances in that one video than I've ever seen in a video alone. But his style was totally different in the way that he went about doing what he did. So, I mean, I'd rather be called a sellout and do what makes me feel good and do what keeps my consumers happy. Like, I don't have to make y'all happy. I'm keeping the people that watch me happy.
What? I got a question, Leo. What is a sellout? My question is, what is a sellout? In hip hop, I'm talking about in hip hop. In
hip hop.
I mean, I'm not asking you like you are. No, but I'm just.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking on the answer, like, based on what, you know, the masses say a hip hop is. I would guess it was the people. It's the people that cross over.
The reason why I'm asking you that. No, the reason why I'm asking you that, I'm asking you what you said. I'm just saying, I'm just asking it as a general question. I'll ask all of you the same question. But the thing is, everybody used to call Hammer a sellout. But what is a sellout? A sellout, what? That's the way he knows, and that's he is. Now, only thing I had a problem with Hammer was sometimes some of his stuff was overkill. Like, you know, 5 male dancers, 5 female dancers, 5 background singers, 5, you know, that's a little overkill, and that's why he got
he employed a lot of black people.
He did.
He was entertaining.
Yes, he did. But the thing is, Hammer did what he knew how to did it. It was an entertainment. I used to hang out with Hammer. He used to in the mornings. I'm like, y'all crazy to hell. You know, I ain't running. But they were very disciplined. Disciplined. That's my man. if he see me, yo, Phil, what up? Him. It was just a thing. This is the problem. And this narrow-minded with some people. And I'm gonna call the truth. They want you to be this way. No, it's not here. It's bigger than the Bronx, New York, Queens. It's worldwide. It's nationwide. It's worldwide. So just because you eat oxtails don't mean everybody got to eat oxtails.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like salmon. Some people like escargot. Do you know what I mean? It's something for everybody in this world. And that's minded, bitter ass people are. I'm not gonna mention no names because if you're on Facebook, you'll see them. They bitter about the damn world. Oh, when they took hip hop, they stuck our. You tell them I said it.
He said, "Get the hell out of here."
Because I don't like that bullshit. No, because you know what it is. Say, all right. Let's say something. Say I cook some chicken. So Leo might come with some chicken with some gravy and something else. Now, Mouth, you might cook the chicken a different way. It might be a little unorthodox. Hell, you might make
like everything he do.
Apples, and I don't know. But people are feeling them pineapple. Huh? But people might like that. You know what I mean? It might gravitate and taste. And that's all. I mean, pop. This you do so much with pop.
Yeah.
And that's all I
and
say.
This be my thing with the whole like people want to try and call you a sellout thing. It's like, yo, I have a talent. Me and you, we grew up in the same area. We had the same struggles. I don't want my family to struggle. So I'm going to do what the fuck I got to do to get my family out this situation. So I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And plus, on top of that, I like doing this shit. I have a passion for this. So why can't I do it the best? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you do it your way.
And if I happen to transition into some other shit while I'm doing it, so fucking be it. Like, damn. Like, I'm gonna sell out because you stuck there. Like, you should have had you a talent too. Like,
you feel better?
I
feel a lot better, cuz, man. I hate when motherfuckers say that sellout shit, man, for real. Like, for real.
It was like, oh, he needed that moment.
It's prime example. I heard that same scenario with some of my friends in the hood, and I forgot which one of y'all from Chicago, but
me.
The funny part is the great Robin Harris said it. The great Robin Harris, he said, now that you're making this money, you go out the hood. Goddamn right, I'm trying to get out the neighborhood. She'll go if you in basketball. If you who wants to live like they lived millions of dollars, you goddamn right, I'm getting out of this bull crap.
That's right.
And if anybody say they don't, they're a damn fool and they're a liar.
They a liar like a motherfucker.
You
and goddamn
yourself.
You like just because you done pursue some shit don't mean that you working like less. You're working more. You're working harder. So I deserve to get the fuck up out of here for all the work that I put into this shit. Hey man, look. Hey, y'all done hit a nigga chest right quick. Man, bro.
It's okay.
Hey, y'all done struck a nerve, man. Y'all done triggered me, man. Y'all better go ahead on with this.
We had another question.
Everybody's trying to do better in their life.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And this is, I feel like that's why when it comes to just doing, even when it comes down to this podcast, we do what we do because this is what we love to do. We love to bring people on here. We love to have these kind of conversations. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm pushing this till the wheels fall off. Like before we came on, you said we drinking cups like we on Arsenio Hall. That's the goal. That's the goal. To be one of those level type of shows at some point. Cause shit, I ain't trying to keep doing this out of my house for
real. For real.
So the goal is to be on somebody's stage drinking out of cups like Arsenio Hall. We setting the tone.
Going live, doing the show
funny.
live, and then the after party with DJ Cut Creator.
You know the funny part. I ain't got it. You know what's real funny about that is we got off tracked on everything. We just and this is what I love about being on podcasts like y'all is because we could talk the truth, we could talk the realness, we could talk the history, we could talk all that. And I'm not afraid to talk. You know, like I said, I ain't afraid of nobody. And like I said, you know, there's a lot of people in the hip hop game that to me is more sellout than anybody. You know, more kiss ass, more anything. But that's what they do, and I don't care about that. That's them. That's what they do. I know that we got to think bigger picture than everything, than anything. You just got to think bigger. Stop thinking small-minded stuff. You know, there's a bunch of people that I love in this hip-hop game, and I think that, you know, a lot of them don't get their just due. A lot of them don't. I think, you know, I'll be hearing these questions like, who are the top 10 MCs? And I'm sitting there like, you can't really narrow that down. You know, a lot of people did LL, but I put LL against, like KRS was saying, this is against LL. KRS, stop it. You really don't want to do that. I'll put my everything on that one. You don't want to do that. Then they were talking about
that'd be
all these other people.
Battle,
I said,
though.
I'm missing. You know, trust me. A lot of people forget, man. He's the beast. And it's 12 years old. I put that on everybody. Now there's a cat that nobody never mentions. And he's one of the baddest cats, one of my good friends, man, a real cool cat is Tretch by Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
Just because he's a group, but he's never in that category. He's never in that category on the top 10 or one of the greatest. Trust me, you got to put Tretch up there with Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, and all of them. You got to put them there. Black Thought, The Roots.
Love Black Thought.
Crazy.
He be up there though. Black Thought be in there sometime.
Yeah, he'd be in there. I'll tell you another cat everybody slept on because of his style that he did was Kwame. There's a lot of people pick and choose. Like if you put that, who's the top 5? You know, a lot of it's more their preference. Who's the greatest
true talent?
You know, that's why I say don't put me on that. Yeah, because they'll say who's the greatest. Well, if I got to put my money up for the whole body of work and everything else, I'm gonna put LL. No, it's supposed to dance. Nobody has the. Come on, man. You can have your preference, but LL as the greatest because his body of work, the things he did, the things he achieved. Now, if you want to say, hey, my favorite, you can go Jada Kiss, Cameron, you go all those cats. But if you want to talk about the greatest, considering the body of work and what he's done to hip hop and helped with LL.
And you made a strong point though when you say a lot of it is preference, because, and I know that for a fact, and I just realized this like a couple months ago when I was having the conversation with some of my people, and we was having a debate about who was the top, and they started naming like songs off the album just because they like the song off the. It was a filler track, like not even a hit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna think that just because you like that joint, everybody else is supposed to like that joint. Nah, it don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta name some joints that everybody know what it is. You know. And then I wanted to hit just because you said Jada and Cameron, and I was gonna get back to this anyway because I want to know, like, so can you practice enough as a DJ of an artist to out DJ another DJ that has the feel for it with his artist? So you know what I'm saying? Like you can practice all day you want, but if you got that feel with your artist who you DJing for, like the technician did with the locks, you know what I'm talking about? Like can you out practice that?
That actually is a great question. Great question, because when I went back, when I was talking about how we used to compete, the late great Jam Master Jay, one of my dearest friends, and I was, even though Jason was about a year or two younger than me, Jason was my teacher. Jason was the best all-round DJ I've ever seen in my life. He wasn't good at scratching. Shows, he was the best. He was the best at doing shows. And me and Jason, I created that one cut, the sharpness and hardness from Jay. Because Jay was that dude. He wasn't flashy, but he did everything good. And I'm telling you, Jason, and he was one of the nicest guys in the business. But Jason taught me a lot more than anybody else. This cat's there, and I'm gonna call a spade a spade. This cat said, "Well, Cut, you had Bobcat, and he did a lot of your stuff." Yeah, that's true. But ask Bobcat, what about Cut Creator? And Bob will tell you Cut stuff that no DJ did. I was running, controlling a show, running videos, all that. Everything as one person doing like 4 jobs as one person, live without missing a beat. And I say that to say this, going back to what you were saying, it's like, when you talk about learning, I learned from my man Grandmaster D. That's one of my good friends, great Grandmaster D. I learned from Davey D Max, DJ, from my man Hurricane and Dr. Dre, the big Dr. Dre from MTV Cats, because how they took me to another level. Now, this is the funny part. I don't do all that scratching and stuff like that I used to do, right? There's the same cats that talk the same track. They're still 50, 60 scratching in the basement doing tricks. Dude, I ain't doing no trick. Miss Tony, Leo, y'all don't want to hear a bunch of niggas just scratching. Yo, what song you gonna make me goddamn be like, oh, that's my shit? Yeah. Because those same cats, play clubs. Now I'm in this, and listen to what I'm saying. Cats that do that basement shit cannot play clubs or events. You hear them and say, man, he's garbage. Because they're so stuck in one style. If you see on like a time with its 15 different DJs, okay, you don't want to go on after me. And it's because going back to what we were saying earlier, I know I'm jumping a little bit. It's going back to knowing your music. Music is what is the key. You can have all the equipment that you want, but it's the music and how you deliver it. Cook this chicken. Everybody got fried chicken. You're gonna put some special sauce on there. You're gonna put them sides to it to make it real, that dinner fulfilled. That's how DJing is.
Yeah. Nice. So that's like like for me, I still love to see Dougie Fresh perform and Chill Will and Barry B do their thing.
Mhm.
Pop.
Those guys, I've known them. I've known them since about 85. Since 85, we all matter of fact, the first show that we out of town, me and LL, it was LL, Fresh, and I no rock master. They had house that roof on fire.
Mhm.
If it's not them, it was Captain Rock and the Cosmic Crew. That's how far we all go back.
Wow.
But Dougie's show with Will and Barry, they were awesome. They were awesome.
Let me tell you
But
something.
then
They
when me
used to
and got
come out and do
together,
that nothing. When they used to say nothing, nothing, nothing,
yeah, I know
nothing.
that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yo. And like you say, you wouldn't if you was a fan, you didn't know Jam Master Jay didn't do all that because of the way he carried that show. Like it's crazy. And Master D with Houdini.
Jay is, I missed a friend. Mhm. Yeah, Jay D is my friend. Those guys talk a whole bunch. Um, they taught me a lot, especially being on the road. And I miss Jay. Me and Drew is still tight. Matter of fact, me and Drew went and got lunch the other day. Matter of fact, but me and Drew's doing good. He's starting to DJ more. It's unfortunate. Rest in peace. Ecstasy passed away a few months back. This has actually been a hell of a year for hip hop, man. I cried the other night, man, because every night I try to do tribute to them, maybe a 5-minute tribute musically, and I said, damn, man, I grew up with these cats, like literally grew up with these cats. But Drew and some of my favorite DJs, because I'm going back, Leo. We all over the place.
It's okay.
But going back,
we're going back to these guys. We talk about these guys with these greatest.
This is kind of what we do. Like we allow people to just,
Well, the funny part, I told you I was going to give you an hour, but I'll give you the 2 hours.
Hey.
He likes us. He really likes it. All that shit.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
But,
feels like sitting there listening to your uncles.
If I have to say,
So go for it.
Go
for it. We here for it.
But if I have to say who my favorite DJs are, I would say I'm gonna throw Kid Capri in there for his clubs. His energy. I like his energy. His energy is awesome. Jazzy Jeff, I throw in there for his
super talent. Yeah.
I also, when I say Jazzy Jeff, I'm also throw kind of. I throw him in category for his scratching ability. Hollywood for his party rocking and him being the Godfather. Now I'm gonna throw in a name. He passed away, and you might know who I'm saying if you Larry Levan. Are you familiar with Levan?
No.
Larry Levan was a famous DJ out of New York. I don't know. He was with Frankie Knuckles. Him and Frankie Knuckles were all together. But Larry Levan, Frankie went to Chicago. Larry stayed in New York. And Larry Levan did all them remixes like all those Emil remixes, all that old 70s 12 remixes. He did all of them. And he was a bad. So he doesn't get enough credit. And I'm telling you, he was a bad boy. Who else would I put in there? Ain't too many more people too many more people after that because, you know, I'll tell you another good cat, but it's quiet and doesn't get his it was very good. Terminator X. Terminator
nice
X
on the
was very good.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but he doesn't get the respect that he does.
Right.
And that's it. After that, I don't have to do. You know, there's good people. Don't get me wrong; they're good, but after, you know, they're all in the same.
Would you consider Eric B good?
Eric was okay. Excuse me. Damn. Can I get some water?
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah.
I want to get some water quick, fast.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So to everybody that's watching and tuning in and stuff, actually this would be a perfect moment for us to do our new music moment. And then we'll bring him back so he could finish talking to us. He said he gonna rock out with us for the whole 2 hours. Like we was just in the beginning, he said we were just gonna get an hour, but he gave us 2.
Rock the beat with your hands.
Hey. So we gonna hop on over to our new music moment, and then we'll be right on back. All right, stick around.
Do tell.
Sorry about that.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, The Mouth, and it's that time for your new music moments. We started off with a new one from Mr. Wale, featuring Yelly Beezy and Max O'Cream, and he called this one Down South.
Down south slang, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters like bust. What's the sense of it all? Pimpin' powder and trying to make pennies seem lie on the stand. Guess hell ain't harder than prison, who knows? In the 90s, the traffic stop get you tickets, a joke. Now they find you a traffic stop, get you riddled with holes. We be living too fast, we be sipping the slow. One my was selling work, now he's selling out shows. I mean, J, that's growth. Pay attention, take note. You over 40 and moving work, better be by the boat. Better be.
Yes, indeed. That was called Down South from Wale. Now we're going to keep it moving with a group of 2 sisters by the name of Van Jess. And they have an album called Homegrown, but they took the single from the album called Slow Down, and they added Lucky Day to it, so it's like the remix right here on your new music moments with your man, The Mouth.
Got me taking my time, pressing rewind just to make the moment longer. Keep me slow down the time like a 9 to 9. Love how you been making me stronger, inspired. Cause it's on my lips, smell the flowers. Got me confiding and never could fight it. All your power. I like it when you're simple. Treat you like a lady. Do things with a purpose. Do things with intention. I like it when you're real with me. Barely got a question. Focus on the plan. I love what we have. Every day is your hand.
Yes, indeed. That's Van Jess featuring Lucky Day, and that was called Slow Down. But now we keep it moving with Mr. Life Jennings. He's back, y'all. And he went to Love and Hip Hop New York and got Amina Butterfly, well, she has a beautiful voice on this right here. And they call this song Flawless Diamond. You heard it first, right here on your Fat Girl Chronicles podcast.
Look at this flawless diamond standing by him. Perfect time and place. Look at this flawless diamond where you've been hiding. Found you finally. Finally got my dream girl now. Other guys be talking all that crazy mess about how they can never settle down and down, but not me. Cause I know the difference between being alone and being happy. Wait till you're 43 to see it. People always think the grass is greener on the other side. I know it's fine, cause I take care of mine. I'm not gonna wait
Yes, indeed. That song, Life Jennings, and it's called Flawless Diamond, featured Amina Butterfly. But now we get into my single of the week. It's about singles this week, y'all. This one is from Candy Letty, featured Kalani, and they call this Your Best Friend. Right here with your man, The Mouth, on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast. New music moments. It's fire. Let's ride.
I got too excited, I'll admit it. Almost called your name when he was in it. Ooh, it's wrong, but you make me feel right. Texting your phone while right beside him. Wish I was anyone besides him. I was with my man last night, and I just realized what I felt that night wasn't wrong. Thought about you in the whole car ride. Like, I hate that you ain't your best friend. I hate that you ain't your best friend. I hate that you ain't your best friend. Hey, he had the courage to step up and pull up. 6 feet light, put in so much work just to make it work. And he's almost perfect, and it's why it hurts. And he calls me family, that's what make it work. Oh,
Yes, indeed. That's Candy Letty along with Kalani. They call that Your Best Friend. Don't forget about Van Jess with Lucky Day, and they remake off of the album Homegrown, the song called Slow Down, along with Light Jennings and Amina Butterfly, his single called Flawless Diamond, along with Wale and his new banger called Down South, featuring Yella Beezy and Marco Cream. Yo, this is your new music moments. Don't forget to follow your man The Mouth on all social media outlets at the Mouth_moments. That's the Mouth_moments. And like I said, man, if you want to reach out to me, man, hit me up right here at the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. That's the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. Yo, it's your man The Mouth, and this has been your new music moments. And I want to salute you all and tell you have an amazing week. And I love you, and I'm out.
That shit was a whole motherfucking vibe right there, boy. Alright, bruh. Hey, you put that one together, my dude. I ain't gonna even lie to you. You put that one together.
I knew you was gonna like that Van Jess because you liked it when I played on the album of the week about a month ago. But they redid it with Lucky Day. Lucky Day put his twist on there. That thing was fire.
Hey, that Life Jennings and Amina Butterfly caught me off guard because I like both of them. Like I've been said Amina was raw. When I was seeing her on the show, I'm like, she raw. I don't know how she not out yet.
And there's certain songs you can hear. Like I heard that song and I felt like they recorded that in the studio together. Like you, some songs you can feel the energy. Like I felt energy with them.
Feel the energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. Welcome back, Cut.
You know, I love hearing young artists, new artists. Yeah. I had to, I had to tinkle too. I did a double trip.
Say we've been sitting here for too long, man. Hey, look.
Hey, it is what it is. I thought I was gonna do shit. Hey, let's knock this out, baby. But I love these new artists, man. Creativity. That's I love it, man. I love it. I love the new artists, man. It's go for your dreams and do what you do in your heart. Don't let nobody tell you how to play, how to put your stuff out there. Because you know what? If you really look at it, hottest out here. Bruno, he did is go right back to the old Bruno Mars. Him and
Anderson .Paak.
Leave the door open.
Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for it. I love all kinds of music, even old school, new school. What else we gonna talk?
So I got a question real quick.
Wait, we had a question in the comments real quick.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Pam wanted to know, have you ever thought about a hip hop reunion? And then she said, pretty much said, bring it on the Fat Girl Chronicles, if you had it. So she said, have you ever thought about a hip hop reunion?
Well, this is the funny part about this. Hey, Tony, you haven't asked one question or said a word or nothing. You've been muted for an hour and a half now. But anyway,
Well,
I just want to hear her voice.
I don't have headphones.
She's been drinking her
and
coffee.
so- I don't have headphones, and so it kind of gives feedback a little bit. So I've been
Oh, that's how
trying
you
to-
sound. I just wanted to hear how you sound.
Yeah.
But anyway,
She's just trying to keep the clarity of the show going, you know.
okay, I understand. It's actually this true story, and about a week and a half ago, I got a call from LL Cool J, and if a lot of y'all don't know, we're actually nominated for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. So
Nice.
the whole band is coming back together. My Cat, E Love, all gonna perform for that. So the ball always falls in my court as far as putting the show together. So I'm looking forward to that, putting a good show together. I don't know what of a band with us. It'll be awesome. It's gonna be all. This is a once in a lifetime thing. And this will be the first time we've all been on the same in about 12 years. Oh no, yeah, 12. Because Earl came one. Yeah, so about 12 years. We're the first time we all hit the stage together. Now, if I thought about a hip hop reunion, like it's hard because one of our groups that, a couple of our groups were missing members that passed on. God has took them home. The Run,
The Fat
the
Boy.
Houdinis.
Man.
It would be awesome. Yeah, the Fat Boys. Yeah, I mean, this was hard. Matter of fact, tell y'all something. Like, a lot of people don't know my history. First, the DJ for DMX on his first. I DJ for him on the Showtime at the Apollo. We brought him out with us when we did the song 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can Google that. And the funny part about that was nobody.
Guess what made me start?
Nobody.
Look.
Nobody has rocked the Apollo more than that song. You Google it. That shit was when DMX first said his lyric, "Stay on the dog." When that hit, everybody lost. It was you couldn't even imagine being there. It was that.
Let me do this for Tros. Let's do that
hard.
for Tros.
I can't even do it, bro, because I'm trying to tell you, like I was just talking about this earlier on Facebook. Leo asked the question, like what made you like start feeling hip hop like that? And I was like, in '97, it was 2 songs came out at the same time. That LL Cool J 4321. That's when I first got to hear DMX, and then that Wu-Tang Triumph. When Inspector Deck hit that first verse, I was like, I'm doing this all day long. I'm doing this all day long. That wasn't it for me. It was Triumph, and then it was 4321. When I first heard DMX, I was like, dude, that dude. He that dude.
This another comment.
I sit here and actually.
Who is that Stricata?
This is very passionate.
Who is that Stricata?
He's a real hip hop artist. She's talking about Trosh.
She talking about me, brother.
She put the government on there though.
Man. But no, man, yeah. You said
I was going to say you
me,
my
man.
Uber driver. I don't remember. I'm joking. Gotta forget something,
Destry. Let me look at my phone. Is Destry outside?
That's kind
but I'm a hip hop head. Hip hop head. I love hip hop. I love guys like you, fans. I'm a fan too. Like, if I'm playing with a bunch of groups that I love, I'm sitting in the audience before my time because I that's how I'm a fan. Get me a seat. I'm sitting there watching.
That was gonna be my question. That was gonna be my question for you. How many shows did you just sit and just watch the other artists because you like their craft and the way they perform? Like, because y'all used to do so many different tours, but you know the tours back then used to have like 6 or 7 of y'all on there, so it was like 6 or 7 powerhouse groups on one tour. So, like you said, before your time, if you liked the group, did you go see the show, see their show, or did you stay after your show and just stand there and watch like Jaden perform or something?
You got to do recon on this, man. Hey, I got to do reconnaissance on my competition.
I would say 80% of the time I was always on the bus with our road crew. Bob, but I was always, because I want to see what's going on. I want everything, because technically they call me a DJ, but my theme, my LL Cool J is me. There's a big difference. So I'm a music director, so I want to hear the sound, I want to hear the people.
Right.
And because LL is very critique with his stuff. So LL will be like, yo, what it feel like out there? Yeah, they bumping. You know, did they, you know, when they mention his name, they're coming up next, LL. He wants to know the vibe in him. There's more to this game than people understand. You want to know what the fuck crowd is, you know, who's getting the biggest screams when they mention their names in a venue, like an arena, you know.
Right.
Okay, we need to go here. We need to go there. You know, I'm also looking at in the radio station, what the radio station is saying. It's going to, you know what I mean? It's more because there's sometimes, I don't know where we were in Europe, and Public Enemy killed us, bro. Here it is. I mean, and we can't even love. Us, and it's like, you know, we can't do this shit over in Europe like that, because Europe is you just got to go hard. You got to go hard out there, because they like our music more than we appreciate it out here.
Right.
And that's real talk. So, you know, that's part of my job, going out there and just kind of vibing, you know, seeing who's going on. I mean, we played with, I mean, one night, true story, we can go on and on, but there was one night that
please do, sir. Please do.
We played with, I call them, I said we play with all the little motherfuckers, right? Little Wayne, little Flip, little this one, little that one, little that one. Right? And one thing about LL,
little motherfuckers.
he traveled, his traveling crew, when I was with him, it was, but every stage monitor, everybody had a real job. We didn't have a whole bunch of niggas just on stage. One thing he didn't play. You know, so they saw, and they saw the setup for all the little motherfuckers down there. All our equipment. We have a truck driver that drives all our gear, all my personal. So, easy setup. Man, who is this? So my sound dude say, yo, that's cut creator shit. Your shit is that table down there. and to make a long story short, yeah, the table with the two we took our craft we takes our craft serious. With L takes his craft serious. One thing, he takes his craft serious. You know, like if something happens to me, I got backup on backup. That's how you got to run. So we were almost flawless, but we always prepared. We were prepared in any way. We knew we had our own equipment. We knew it worked. You know what I mean? We knew we have our shit maintained, I should say. And that's how we operated.
That's when shows were shows. That's
I
why
was
when you
gonna say
said
that's when people had real showmanship. Like
I mean,
it wasn't about the competition; it was about putting on a real show, like really
right.
giving the people what they paid for.
Cause see,
Yeah.
like back then when y'all did shows, I'm sure y'all could be like, okay, Public Enemy just did this, yo. We're gonna change this around and we're gonna start off like this and we're gonna do that. Like now they just rolling off a DAT and a drum machine, so they can't really change too much shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all used to put the album on and go like,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You could start off different. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go out there with a different attack every night.
What they used to go out there and do, like what?
Yeah, say that shit again.
You know, it was funny.
Live, you know what I'm saying?
You're
Live
right.
with a 12-inch, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Like motherfuckers used to DJs cut that shit for real. Good time, good time, good time. They used to have to cut that shit for real, like on a 12-inch. And if it was scratched, then it was just fucking scratched.
well, L had a bond that I don't care. Me and Ella had nobody can, I don't think I can with signals. Like if I did this, song wise, it's headsprung.
Mm-hmm.
If I did little, I ain't gonna tell you all I think. It was like little things,
Right,
we had signals. So if something happened, I'm like, yo, headsprung or whatever it was. I ain't gonna tell you the signals. But we had a thing that even if you wouldn't know it, there was sometimes he was like, yo. And if he said, like, if we want to switch something up, he said, let's go around the way, and around the way, girl, or throw a little hint. I know it. I'm already prepared because I think being a director, you have to think ahead of him, steps ahead of him. So that's why I say people say until you do what I do, I don't think there's 5% of the DJs out there can do what I do. And what I mean by that, I mean all around.
Right.
Where your show is flawless, where it's not a hiccup, like a hiccup, Yeah. But see, I feed off of LL. LL is high energy. He's high energy. It's like a workout, like a workout for him. So you have to match his energy. You got to match his energy. So I got to match his energy. All right. Well, shit, my energy, he's going to have to match me now. Because I'm going to give it to him. He'll tell me, sometimes he'll tell you, slow down, relax. Like, nah, let's go. Let's get this shit
keep up
and get it out. But that's just the way we did it. We used to clown. Fucking goddamn. So I said, we just had, we only had 20 minutes. So, we had 5 minutes left. We had to knock this shit out, And those are the things that I have to do, so you don't pay overtime in buildings or lose money. So that's my whole musical director umbrella.
So let me take it back a minute. So let's start you playing the trombone, right? That shit fading out. Hip hop coming in. You meet L, y'all start doing y'all thing. He come to you, say, yo, I got a deal. You say, I don't believe. Like, what was the point that made you get serious to be like, oh shit, this shit real? You know what I'm saying? Let me get my shit on point before I fuck it up for this little nigga. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that was the funniest thing ever, because we went an hour and a half almost from that same question. We went back an hour and a half almost. But anyway,
for real though.
The movie Crush Groove with that but the movie Crush Groove.
Damn.
The movie Crush Groove. That was like, yo, this shit is for real. You know what I mean? So we're
like
back
when
at
it
square
came
one.
out, or when they
Started
were
about
shooting it, or
an
when
hour
it
and a
came
half
out, or when
ago.
they were shooting it.
When it came out and the reaction.
Okay. Because you know everybody got that turning point where they got to make a decision definitively and be like, all right, hey, let's go and wake the fuck up and stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like that was it.
Well, when you go Crush Groove to the tour, so I'm gonna throw this at you. I'm 21, maybe 22, making $5,000 a week legally for 8 months straight. You can't tell me shit.
Right?
I was getting it in, you know, some other shit.
I ain't mad at that.
At all. At all. I'm getting it like that. You can't tell me shit either.
And having a good time at the same time.
Because you
Right.
like what you do. That be the thing. You like what you do, so it's not work.
Yep, you getting paid to do what you love to do.
Yeah, you know what? You know, you but I will say you do learn from your mistakes.
For sure.
You definitely do.
They call lessons.
You learn from your mistakes. I was going in Philly buying jewelry, bought a brand new. I bought a brand new Maxima off the showroom floor, like just spending money like it never ended, and it ends. You know, it does end. You know, the money ends. You know, it stops.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, at 22, 23, 24 years old, what, you know, it is what it is.
For sure.
Nah, but I ain't gonna that's the same mindset that people still have today though. Like the people that's coming up in the industry, they're about that age and they're getting a lot of money just off because they're independent making on social media. And like you wouldn't even know half of these dudes' name. But
You don't.
all the people that they're fans, they know these like how do you even know dude? I never heard of this dude before. How does he have 1 million followers? I never heard his name once. You know what I'm saying? And they just got the bread just off the endorsements and all that type of stuff coming from the views and the streams, and they just got it. And you just see like chains that cost like, bro, you're 18. How do you have more money than you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be crazy out here, man.
Because they be on YouTube doing random goofy shit. And people's attention spans are focused on random goofy shit. like that's really what it is. Like people like
I mean,
kids are what pushes.
If we had the social media like they had the social media, we'd probably be billionaires. But
Man,
I say that to say this: I'm not knocking those cats, but I always tell you sometime wasting on something. Barachi, Mr. T, I forgot the other person's name. Most of their jewelry is fake. Their jewelry is fake. They're not going to invest that much money in all that jewelry. Because I used to wear fake on stage. I wear free just to let it, you know, dude. I mean, this was probably in the later part, but dude, why am I spending $10,000-$20,000 on jewelry? Or why am I, you know, I have this to pay for and that to pay for? It doesn't make sense. And all you have to do is sit down and think about it. Wow, wait a minute. Get some fake shit. Some zoomium, what do you call them? Zoomiums, zoocomians and shit. Make it look good. And then if it gets snatched,
Shine them up good, yeah.
whatever.
Make them shit shine up good, huh?
No, think about it. Does it make sense?
Absolutely.
Does it make sense?
Absolutely.
People out here with real
Because,
responsibilities,
okay,
man.
it's not worth shit. Yeah, man, I got man, shit, man. Man, I'm telling you, the other night, I mean, about 2 years ago when my son graduated high school, man, they would hit me every goddamn week with a different bill. Like a prom bill, a ring bill,
Send your pictures.
Then I had to buy a suit. I'm sitting there, God damn, that's a chain. Let me get one of my old chains back, you know.
And that's you saying that. Cut. Imagine us saying that. Like, God damn, because I know when my daughter was graduating, they was coming out the ass with shit. I was like, come on, man. Hey, y'all know I work a regular job, right? I'm not famous at all. Y'all know that, right?
He said, y'all know that, right?
Hey, I'm just saying these schools be out of control with the stuff that they ask money for.
I'm good. And, you know, I love the new artists.
A little pause for the call.
But I'm still a big fan of hip hop. If I had a wish, I would like them to be more creative and not scared to bring your creativity out. Why does everybody's music have to be 18 blunts to understand it? You know, I just music. That's all. I don't care if whatever it is.
So before we get ready to get out of here, we got about 7
That's
minutes.
my only request. Just be more creative.
That's his request, y'all.
Oh shit!
So
We
be more
ain't
creative.
get none of all the good juicy stuff.
What you holding for?
I mean,
what you holding for?
Be more
we can bring
creative.
you back and get more. We can go in some more. Because you can always come back, you know.
You did that on purpose.
Oh, we can go part two now. I ain't
did that on purpose.
He liked us a little bit. He want to come
part
back.
two.
You know what I'm saying? He want to come
Now
back. That's why he yelled most of the juicy stuff. He like, because I want to come back. I like these cats.
Yeah, we didn't get into
we can tell the tour stories.
Tour stories.
Like,
yeah, that's what I was going to say. We didn't get into those tour stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So before we get ready to get out of here, I want to know what's on your playlist right now. Like, what are you listening to?
In a COVID podcast world. That's in the mix. My YouTube channel, A DJ's World. Doing a lot of shows. I just got back last night from Dallas. Me and Spinderella played together in Dallas. Next week I'll be playing with Alexander O'Neill. So I got a lot of shows going on, but really it's still kind of on that fence with the COVID. With COVID, you know what I mean? I'm opening up for Frankie Beverly. What is it? Frankie Beverly Lakes. Frankie Beverly, The Whispers, Johnny Gill. I'm doing that. The openings for. So.
Yes.
That's dope.
Come on then.
Okay,
So as you on your way to these shows and you preparing and you in your home and you chilling, because we got a little glimpse of it because you played that music real smooth and you was ready when we was in the background, you know. You was ready to go ahead and hit that button. You like, let me put y'all on to something real quick.
And then gonna try to act like he cut it on accident.
It was real smooth.
Look at him.
He ain't turned around. He was ready. Like he ready.
Well, I'm always.
They stay ready, so they gotta get ready. So what are some of your? I would say what's your
always
top 5
ready.
songs right now? What's your top 5 songs?
I'm gonna say the Bruno Mars, Anderson song, "Close the Door." That's number 1. I'm gonna say it's like me or just chilling. It's not too much like the Lettuces. I like the Lettuces, Marsha Ambrosia. I like Phil Perry. I like I like a lot of that, just laid back. Because believe it or not, I don't listen to a lot too much in the car, like hip hop stuff. I really, because I hear music all day, every day. So I like, some of the jazz,
Like
easy
the
listening
jazz,
stuff.
yeah.
Hip hop. I mean, I love old school hip hop. Huh? Huh? Yeah,
No, I
it's
think he was
killing
just
me.
agreeing with you.
You
Yeah.
good?
No, it's the delay. It's still when you say
Yeah.
something and I say something, it's a delay that y'all get to, you know. But no, I just love old school. I love chill out music because I hear all the club and all that. Lots of easy listening stuff.
That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with
That's what's
easy
up.
listening. Easy listening bring you back down. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like, hey,
does.
he
So
be
I'm gonna
about
send
to
you.
about to
I'm gonna send
wild
you a
out on
good song
somebody.
to
You know?
listen to. That's one of those kind of easy listening
Mhm.
jazz songs. That really kind of puts me in
Mhm.
a. I keep saying this song is otherworldly because it's definitely a vibe. So I'll share that with you. But this has been beyond amazing.
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm sure those that are viewing were truly in awe because they like cut. That's all I keep seeing. Like I've been getting a few messages during the show, like, man,
Yeah,
it's a
that's so
real
funny.
legend in the building with y'all, So
For sure.
they are excited. We were truly excited to have you here on this show tonight. And we definitely gonna bring you back because we want to hear some of them tour stories and whatnot. So be prepared to get another email from us on when you can come back so we can hear them tour stories. And that's
Yeah,
what
yo, you got. Well, I got war stories now. I got war stories. Matter of fact, I might even bring a friend. Might bring a friend of mine and let you. We could, tell you some real war stories.
Which friend? You talking about Todd?
Mm.
he ain't gonna tell us.
I
I
ain't
know,
gonna tell
right?
you, dog. That'll spoil the surprise.
Right, that's all I'm like. He ain't gonna tell us. He never gonna
I got a
like,
bunch of friends now.
I'm bringing with me.
I got a bunch of friends. He ain't the only guy.
I already know.
Hey,
If
that's
we do
all
a
right.
part
That's
two,
okay.
we'll do a
We
part
like
two.
surprises too.
Part two, shit.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We like surprises. So bring whoever you like. You know what I'm saying? Because you just did a show a spin. And
Mm-hmm.
I was a fan of Salt and Pepper. I like Spin. That was my favorite person though. Cause
All right.
she wore different stuff than Salt and Pepper. So I always liked her for that
Cool.
reason. But we thank you for being here, rocking with us, giving us all of that good stuff, and making it feel like we was down here talking to our uncle in the basement, chilling, reminiscing. And that's what I love about having different people on here because it changes the vibe. It don't always have to be that up, that all the way up here vibe, and it's never all the way down here. We right here in the middle tonight, and we just vibing out with Uncle DJ Cut Creator in
Rock the beat with your
building
hands.
with your girl Leo Rochelle and the squad. Listen, if you missed this, you missed some good stuff from a legend in the game.
Absolutely.
We gonna bring him back. He gonna bring somebody with him. So y'all know who Cut is connected to. So we never know who he's gonna bring. So when we get ready to bring him back for part two, y'all stay ready. Be ready, because soon as y'all see his picture again, y'all might want to go ahead and go and clear your schedule for that next show. So I'm your girl, Leo Rochelle. Make sure y'all follow Cut on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all check him out. PGC has been sharing like his flyers and some of the things that he's been doing here recently. So make sure y'all keep up with what he has going on. Follow him on social media. Keep in touch with him. Make sure you follow your boy Trosh at his Trosh on Instagram. The Mouth at the Mouth_moments. Your girl Tony at homebodieswellness.co. And me, your girl, Leo Rochelle at LeoRachel, 2 underscores on Instagram. And you can find me at Leo Rochelle on all social media platforms. Make sure you follow the Phat Girl Chronicles and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That was a lot. But
do that. Make sure you do that.
And lastly, you can follow us on all podcast streaming apps, including iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Pandora, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and every Tuesday right here on JQLN Radio. Make sure y'all download the app. We appreciate y'all for joining us for another Phat Tuesday with the Phat Girl Chronicles, where we get all up in your business and discuss the topics that matter to you most. And as I say each and every week, whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole ass. All right, y'all?
2 fingers.
Appreciate y'all for joining us. Thanks again. Cut.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you, legend. We'll see you again. Cut the beat with your hands.
Shit was amazing.
Hey, we out. 2 fingers, y'all. Peace.
It's been a long and winding road, not to this point, but here I am. And I won't stop until my soul can't take no more, until I drop in, that's my plan. But until then, I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm grinding. I'm shooting for the stars and my aim game is nice, so what I'm saying, it's enjoy the ride. This ain't no overstatement, oh we so overloaded. We on some legendary, oh yeah, we over nosy. We on that brink of greatness, so close I fucking taste it. Premature celebration, so let's get fucking wasted.